Welcome, everybody. I'm Mr. Vincent, Wrecking the Brew. And today I have a very special guest, an absolute legend in the YouTube community. He may not think so, but he is. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But I'd like to introduce everyone here to Pittsburg Pat. Pittsburg Pat, welcome.
Hi, Mr. Vincent. This is an honor. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Well, I started watching YouTube videos with content creators not that long ago. And I was getting ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons for the first time in a long time, although I've always played it here and there and kept up with the hobby, bought little things and stuff, and collected things, but I didn't really have anybody to play with
Hmm.
or whatever. Anyway, didn't really want to seek that out. And so I started playing with my family and I was going to run them through the Sunless Citadel.
Oh,
Okay. One of the reasons I was going to run through the Sunless Citadel is because I've run it before, like in the old school version, I think, or read it, was level appropriate. And so one day I just said on YouTube, I just punched in, like, instead of punching in the whole, how to trim your grass or whatever,
right.
um, I punched in Sunless Citadel Dungeons and Dragons. And that led me to
Yeah. Ryan does a
Ryan
lot of
Doyle.
DM prep. Yep. Ryan does a lot of
Ryan
DM
Doyle
prep.
of the Verdigris Table,
Verdigris
right?
table. Love
Oh
Ryan.
my
Yep.
God. One of the first YouTube D&D people I watched was some of his stuff.
Hmm.
And I never did run the Sun of Citadel, but I ran instead Stormwreck Isle because I just picked up a copy of that expert set or whatever it was, and he had videos on that as well.
Yep.
And so then through seeing him, obviously I saw all these other people, but I started seeing some conversations with you.
Yeah. Ryan and I met at a convention and I was on a panel and I didn't get a lot of people show up, but the people that showed up were quality. And we just talked about what it was like to run a YouTube channel and specifically a D&D or a gaming YouTube channel is I think that's how I put it. And because it was a gaming convention, it was a Pittsburgh gaming convention in 2023. And
Nice.
um and yeah, he showed up and then we found out we don't live far away from each other. So
Oh,
we started playing
wow.
D&D together and it's yeah, and then we talk about ideas and then I actually had quit a job at that time and started teaching after school programs. And one of the after school programs I teach is Dungeons and Dragons, even to this day, and summer camps and that
Yes.
sort of thing. So yeah, in the meantime, it's funny because I just quit another job 2 days ago. I just, I don't know, man.
That's
I'm
what I
not,
heard.
I'm not a
That's what I
day
heard.
job kind of guy, I guess. I don't know. But I love teaching the kids. So like that frees up my schedule to do the fun stuff like
Right.
YouTube and that. And I'm gonna make it work. I'm just gonna make it work because it has to happen. The universe is like, hey, dude, this way. Come over this way. In fact, the other day I was doing a video, I was talking about a recap of like an adventure league thing that I ran. And there was a kid, his name's Sebastian, and he called his character Seabass. So when he said
Right. I,
like,
I saw the video.
yeah, and then
I
I
did. I
said,
saw the video.
I was
Absolutely.
like, hey, and he's like, well, who's this NPC I'm talking to? And I'm like, Seabass, Seabass. Oh, his name's Marlin. And then I'm like, wait a minute. And then somebody said, my name's Marlin. And I was like, okay. So, it's these
I love it.
weird confluence of events. Like there's just too many coincidences. And it's time. It's time to
I
like
love it.
commit full time to this. So
Wow. Okay. Well, so that'll lead me to that's wow. Just I would just say right off the bat that I believe in you. Um,
oh, thank
and
you.
uh, and one of the reasons I believe in you is because just because you stopped this day job, you've been a prolific worker in this space. Another reason why I started watching your channel, I clicked on it and I looked at it and it said you had like, I don't know, 3 years ago, how many videos did you have up then? Like 800 videos, 1,000 videos, 10,000? I don't know. It seemed
A
like an
lot.
astronomical amount. And I was like, wow, this guy is doing stuff that I always wanted to do as well. I started out way back in the day, I wanted to do public access,
Hmm.
right? And I actually took classes to be able to do public access. You had to take this weekend crash course where you learned how to use cameras, the director's booth, you learned how to use the editing equipment on VHS tapes, the whole
Cool.
shebang. You paid. This was in a city that had public access. I'm not going to name the city, but anyway, and it was I don't know, $180 or something, and that was quite substantial at the time,
Sure.
just in general. Not that I didn't make decent money, but yeah, that was a few days pay, $180 in early '90s,
Hmm.
whatever. Anyway, went through all the classes, loved the editing machines, loved all of that, and then never did anything because for a number of reasons. One reason would be you still need ancillary people to help you.
Hmm.
It's impossible, almost impossible to
To,
run the cameras and the director's booth. You can do the editing yourself, you can be the star, but you need other people. And of course, that means you have to network,
yep.
right?
Yep.
With like some of the other people that are in the class with you, perhaps, or whatever.
Hmm.
At any rate, I never went through. So, anyway, so I see this guy named Pittsburg Pat. He's created all these videos, some of which I'm extremely interested in, some of which are humorous, some of which go right to Dungeons and Dragons. And anyway, and that's why I call you an absolute legend and a star in my mind, because you and Ryan and a few other creators are the impetus to where I'm sitting at talking to you today.
I think one of the things that somebody said to me early on was like, just upload videos. Just
Yeah,
upload videos. You'll figure it
yeah,
out as you go. You'll
yeah.
figure out the editing. You'll figure out where your audience is. You'll figure all that stuff. I still don't know if I figured out all that stuff, but like I enjoy it. And yeah, I'm a little obsessive. So like I upload stuff almost every day. And I'm starting to like get a little more selective. So what I've done is I've created several channels so that I have
Yes,
like, but the Pittsburgh Pat is the one that's monetized. So that's the one obviously I focus on the most. But but yeah, but there are other ones that are specifically like how to, and like because that's what YouTube, that's how I use YouTube. I'm like, how do I do this? Like how do I put a watermark in the bottom of this screen?
oh yeah, and I've
Like
I've seen a lot of those posts as well. Can you hang on 1 second?
yeah, I heard the little beep.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. All right. Sorry, I had the Discord thing still up, and I thought I had notifications up.
I
Anyway,
wasn't sure if that was
um,
mine or yours.
no,
But the
um,
Discord is a good example. Like people are so nice, like unbelievably nice community that like that this D&D YouTuber community. It's first of all, it's smaller than I thought. Like I guess that's what people were saying. Like there's a lot of really intense people, and but they're all so nice to each other. Like I ask what
yes,
I think are silly questions, and I get really honest, forthright answers. And I'm like, oh, thank you for taking the time to answer because
right,
these are basic things. But I don't. It's hard when we do it all ourselves. There's a lot of blind spots that we don't even know we have, right? And it's good to have other people look at it and go like, you know what I would do? And then they give you some advice, like,
right. Yeah, the community overall, especially in that particular instance,
yeah,
because we are, just to let everyone know, we're working on Monster Week. If this comes
yes.
out before or during, we joined the groups, the faction, as it were, right?
Well, I'm
And
Zentaran, so
what a welcoming community. And as I said, that is, I shouldn't
that's
say a rarity. I,
well, it's
I, I
not
should just
always
say
the
that
case
it's
in social
sometimes not
media
that way.
circles. It's not always the case, right?
That's all.
Let's put it,
I don't want to
let's
skew
put,
negative in any
yeah, let's
way.
just put it that way. But I've had
Yeah,
a very
absolutely.
positive experience. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And wow, I've gotten to. I actually had said something to Jenny B.
Hmm.
Wow,
Hmm.
you know,
I
I will
know,
say,
right? Like I said to a friend of mine, guess who I talked to on Discord the other day?
Right.
Here I am, a fanboy now. But like, it's hard not to be because there's
Ah,
20 hat, those guys, they're so huge, right?
yes.
But they, out of the goodness of their heart, with no they had no reason. They didn't have to do this. They
Right.
invited all of us, all of us lowly, little guys, and they're like, "Hey, let's all have a party together
Right.
and do this one thing and help each other." And I've met so many people, and I'm on like I think I've tripled or quadrupled my Discord servers because
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm like,
Really?
oh, I'll join yours and I'll join yours because I think this is only going to happen seasonally. So I still want to
Sure.
keep in touch with everybody.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And I've subscribed to a lot of these people's channels.
Same.
Try to get through all their work.
Oh, well,
That's
some of
not
these,
gonna. It's not gonna.
no,
Sorry,
but
it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'll try
yeah,
to
I
watch
can't
some
watch
stuff.
all of the content, but you get a gist of like, okay, this person really likes to make terrain, you know, or
Right.
which I don't know how to do. This person, really focuses on old school rules. That's fascinating. So I know where to go for that. Or like
Right.
Ryan does like DM guides, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So if I need to prep and I'm falling asleep, and I'm on my couch and I can't turn the light on to read because it'll disturb my wife, I can have this on in the background and I can kind
Sure.
of like absorb it through osmosis and
Sure.
get a once over before I go ahead and dig in. Yeah, it's good
It's
stuff.
it's been great. Okay, so I want to
Yeah.
go. I want to, as Willy Wonka said, let's reverse, go back, or whatever that little thing is he
Mhm.
does. Just tell me, uh, when did you post your first YouTube video?
Yeah, sure. It was June of 2016.
Okay, and what was the topic?
I was fixing my dishwasher and
Okay,
literally, and I thought, you know what, somebody else might need to know how to do this because I was looking online to see how to do it and it wasn't
right.
there. Like it was
It wasn't there.
what I needed wasn't there. So I
Okay,
decided, well, I'm going to post this. But then a friend of mine said, uh, I was a bartender at the time, and I
nice.
was having fun. I do, I make jokes and stuff. And he said, "Why you should do it in a Pittsburgh accent, right?" So I was like, "Sure." And here's how you guys fix your dishwasher, and I did
Is
the
that
whole.
the Pittsburgh accent?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Okay,
And so yeah, it's not New York, it's not Midwest, it's somewhere in between. It's its own thing. And in fact, we're gonna have like the NFL draft. There's gonna be people here from all
I
over
know
the
you got to
world.
go.
So I'm going down and I'm gonna bring a
You got to go
camera
meet Dan Patrick.
and I'm gonna be yeah.
I'm serious. He's going to
I'll
be
try
there.
to crash his party. And then yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so I'm going to go down and meet people from all over the country and say, even though I don't sound like a Pittsburgher, I can teach you how to sound like a Pittsburgher.
Right.
Here's a glossary of terms, right? Let's
Oh,
say,
that'd be great.
yeah, I think it might be
That
fun.
would be some good content.
I hope to do that. So I need a camera person. I did bring one that I could hold up myself, but
Right.
we'll see what
Yeah, that's
happens.
another thing. You need a camera person.
It helps so much if you do. There's so many things I would do if I had a reliable camera person.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a reliable camera person upon occasion, but um, yeah, that's my wife.
Same, same. But
Right.
sometimes my
So,
wife's not interested in doing what I, want to do. So, I mean, a lot of times she is. She's great, but she also has her own life and
of
interests. So
course,
she
of
doesn't want to
course.
follow me around for the rest, of her life with a camera.
I understand that completely as
Yeah,
well.
she's an
Nor do I want to
independent.
follow her around in
Yeah, I
certain
mean,
places as well.
yeah, she's got things she likes to do
Gotcha.
that I don't, and vice versa, and it's all
Sure.
good. That's what brings something to the relationship.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So
So that was
after,
why. So I posted that.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
that's why that was the first video I posted. Yeah, and
And then, so
a
yeah,
bunch.
just to let you know, I was a bartender too, many, many years. Um, so then after you posted that first video, what made you want to continue?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Well, a friend of mine is a videographer, and he edited that first video for me, and
Mhm.
he really encouraged me. And he said, you should keep posting. And you should just you're funny. You have funny observations. as a bartender, you see a lot, you hear
Sure.
jokes,
Oh,
like,
sure.
you know, you're a positive guy. Like, the internet needs positive people. And like, it could be fun. And he was right. He said, you're going to learn a lot. And he was right about that too. I mean, I never thought I'd learn how to edit videos. I mean, not to
Right.
the extent that I have. I still don't really, it's not my favorite part of the process, but I know how to do it.
Eh,
I've learned a lot about cameras, camera angles, everything from shutter speed to, why you put a hood on the front, microphone, audio, oh God, what to wear and what not to wear on camera. Um,
yeah,
you
I've heard
know,
all that. As you
all
can tell,
kinds
I
of
don't
stuff.
follow. As you can tell, I don't follow that rule. But
No, that's perfect because it's got contrast, and that's the thing. Like, if I wore a black shirt with this black undershirt, I would meld into the chair, right? You know what I mean?
yes,
Like, so then you'd just be a floating head on a screen, which is cool. It's a nice
yeah, that could
effect.
be very cool.
But it depends if you're doing it Halloween, but like, and then, there's all kinds of stuff. Like you have that wonderful map, Greyhawk on the wall. There's things in the background for people to look at. Um, that it's setting things up. It's, just all kinds of stuff that like you don't think about when you're making videos, but then it's
Well, just to let you
important.
know, this is the Level Up game room. This is where we play D&D. This was a dining room where no one ever had dinner.
A wasted space then. You need to
And
use that space, right?
finally, I was able to transform it and put in it all the remaining stuff that I have accumulated, which isn't a lot. I mean, I gave away and sold more than I could ever say of Dungeons and Dragons stuff or whatever.
Sure.
But we have enough to play with now. It doesn't matter. I'm over it. I'm not bitter. I'm over it. But
I have
okay,
a lot of stuff.
so
So that's
what?
the origins.
Yeah, what do you like about it most of all in the sense of not what topics you cover, but what I guess I'm trying to say is what keeps you wanting to create. We know why you did the second or third one, but what keeps fueling that?
Well, there's a couple things. So here's the payoff, right? The payoff is it's Easter Sunday. Um, I get this message from comment on one of my videos. It was for a remote jump starter like battery, right? And I showed people
Okay,
how to like hook it up to their car. And
right.
this lady says, "Hey, you really saved my blah blah blah. My husband's in the hospital and the car died and I didn't know how to start it and I had this thing in the trunk, but he was obviously not there to tell me, and so I needed to start my car, and so I watched your video and it worked like a charm. Thank you so much." And I'm like, "Oh,
Right, right,
like I have no idea who this person is, probably never meet this person,
right.
and somehow affected their life." And that sounds overblown, but like
No,
we don't know how we affect other people. We don't know what we say when we say things and how that may come to help somebody later on. So for me, I think that's the best. That's the pinnacle, right? Is the service, the work. Like it's a service. But don't get me wrong. I do it for very, very selfish reasons as well, because I love talking. I don't have like I've never been afraid to talk to people, and I'm
right,
kind of an extrovert. I mean, I'm not like, as much. I'm not a theater extrovert, like, but like, I was a bartender. Obviously, you can't hide. Like
right.
everybody's there. Like, but I find people interesting. I find their stories interesting. And one of the things I want to do is more content like this, where I ask people questions. I let them promote their stuff. I become a platform for other people to like get interest in their stuff because people did that for me. I got
Yes,
here
yeah,
because of people like you who are like, hey, let's do something together, right? And that's huge. And it's fun. And I get to make friends all over the world. And like, how else? I don't know too many other ways to do that. When we were kids, we had pen pals. This
sure.
is like that times 1,000. you know?
Well, and we not only did we have kids, but we had kids on the block that we went out and interacted with. I mean, how often do you as an adult go out into your neighborhood and just go over to Bob's house across the street and ask him if he can come out and play?
Yeah, I know.
We don't do that as over 60-year-olds.
I
I'm over
know.
60. I don't know
I'm
about
right
you, but I
about
mean,
there, my friend. I'm 58 and a half.
oh, well,
I'm
well,
11.
well, Sonny, let me tell you about
Tell me
how it
how it
was
is.
back in my day. Um, I just turned 62.
Congrats.
So
You made it.
thank you. Thank you. And that's why I am now happily taking my Social Security. Thank you. But at any
You
rate,
deserve it.
I don't know how much I deserve it,
You
but
put
it's
your
there.
time
And
in. It's your money. You
I
deserve it.
worked. Yeah, I
It's your,
didn't
it's
actually
your,
stop working until last year, and that was only because of medical reasons more than anything. And also, like you, being fed up with doing things that felt no value to me. But that's
well,
a
I
whole.
mean, if we can get a little bit personal,
Sure,
because this is fresh in my mind and I'm going to make some videos about it. Uh, I watched another YouTuber and he was talking about retirement. I watch a lot of retirement videos and
sure.
he was talking
Why
about,
wouldn't you?
exactly. I'm right at that spot, right? So he's like, he was talking about the healthy age expectancy, right? Health age expectancy. So we're expected to live to be like 77 or 73 or somewhere in our 70s, right? Especially guys are a little less than the girls. But but our health apparently around 63 and a half seems to be like an age where men especially develop some kind of serious health issue, whatever it happens to be. That's like the average, okay?
Mhm.
I'm not that far away.
No.
It's time to start really, really enjoying the youth of my old age. You know what I mean?
Oh,
While I can.
absolutely. Absolutely. You're preaching to the choir here. Certainly there are more days behind us than ahead. That's just a fact. And then the days ahead that are we're able to do or enjoy the things even remotely close to how we enjoyed them today or 5 years ago, that time is limited as well. If you're lucky. I mean, I go bowling. I bowl.
I love bowling.
And I go to the well, you would. You're from Pittsburgh. Come on. Um, I was born in Wisconsin, so
Well, that's a bowling capital of the
huge
world.
bowling community, and
Yeah.
not too dissimilar from what
Yeah.
you probably grew up
No,
with as well.
that's true. The
Uh,
Green Bay Packers would come to town, and
I am an owner of the Packers. Thank
I
you.
should have bought in when I had a chance. It was about 20 years ago. They opened up some shares,
Yeah,
$300. I was like, I
yeah,
got to do it. And I missed the deadline. I couldn't, it was all gone. Well, I mean, it was gone like that. But
yeah. And
yeah,
and
I
they'll
wish I
do it
had
again.
bought a share.
Don't worry, they'll do it again.
I'll
And this
pay,
time
and
it'll
I'll
be
pay a
$700 a
thousand.
share.
I'll pay
Yeah, exactly.
because I should have done it. But no, but those
Anyway, go
people
ahead.
no, Green Bay Packer fans are wonderful. They're wonderful. They came to town.
I don't know
Even the
about that.
Minnesota Viking fans, I know they're rivals of yours. They came to town
Sure.
when Favre was a Viking for a minute.
Right.
I went to that game against the
Yes.
Steelers, and we sacked
Nice.
him. We sacked him 3 times. It
Nice.
was terrible. It was a fiasco. But it was Favre, man. I got to see Favre, and he was at the end. He should have retired by then, but he was
And
trying.
for many reasons, he should have retired. And
Yeah, he
and
would have left his legacy in Wisconsin intact. But you know, he was one of the greatest, and I had to see him. I even went to
sure.
see Brady twice because even though we hated him because he kept us out of the Super
Wow.
Bowl a bunch of
Wow.
times, he's one of the greatest, if not the. And even I mean, excuse me, Pittsburghers for saying that, but come on, like you're football fans, you know. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
if he had played for the Steelers, we would have been all about it. But like, what I'm getting at is that,
Well, you seem like you're a realistic fan anyway. I'll just digress. I'm the
yeah,
type of fan that, I mean, I was born in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
sure.
I'm the type of fan, though, if my team sucks, they suck. You know what I mean? I went through many years of the Green Bay Packers before Favre. I remember that period, like after Bart Starr and all the championships to before Favre, that was
Yeah.
perpetual 7 and 8 seasons or whatever.
It's grueling.
They sucked.
It's hard to be a
They've
fan.
sucked lately too. Whatever. They stink. But I
It's
love
like,
them. That's my team. That's
well, it's like being a Pittsburgh Pirate fan then. I have sympathy for that. It's because it's so hard. to
My
hang
wife
on.
is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, by the way.
Oh, well, that's makes for an interesting conversation at the supper table in the
Hey,
fall.
I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan too. I mean, I grew up watching football in the early 70s.
Well,
Um,
those
and
Steelers were phenomenal.
come on, I mean, I like watching good games, but
If I could
ultimately I
go
have a
back to
hierarchy, but there you go.
if I could go
Anyway,
back to
football.
NFL films vault, like if you gave me unfettered access to that, I would definitely go back and watch the 70s Oakland Raiders, the 70s Pittsburgh Steelers. I would watch the 80s Bears. I would watch the I would go all the way back to Bart Starr
Oh
if
yeah,
that was
fantastic
available.
stuff.
Unbelievable. I
Well,
mean,
you just got to subscribe to the NFL Network.
oh, that's what I have to do. Oh, I guess I don't have that.
You see all
Um,
those old Sable. Is it Dick Sable or whatever his name was? The
yeah,
boy, the producer, the
Chris.
guy with the voice. It was a
Yeah,
cold day
that's
in
right.
Green Bay when the Dallas
Yes.
Cowboys. Yeah.
Legend has it that
Yes.
when the cold hits the bay, that's when the giants come out to play, or whatever.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Classic.
the, but like you can see, I like doing voices. I like doing like weird stuff. I like having fun. So, this is a good forum for that because there's nobody here to censor me. I censor myself. I do teach kids, so I
Right.
don't do a lot of like risque stuff or anything. It's like, violent or anything that I wouldn't want like my niece or nephew to see. So because they watch it. So but my sense of humor is not that way anyway, so it works. But I have an ironic sense of humor. I think I find good-natured humor in the foibles of being a human being, and I think it's okay. And I think right now it's really important for these kinds of conversations to be available on the internet, on YouTube, for a few reasons. One is to archive where we are in this point in time because it's very important. Things are happening very quickly. But I also think, and I don't want to hit this too hard, but these large language models that are trolling the internet for content and learning about humanity need to know what real human conversation sounds and looks like. Because a lot of what
That's
is
right.
out there is either negative or it's advertising and it's hype and it's not real.
Right.
But the language
Right.
models don't know that. So they think that human beings are, hey, let's buy this, whatever widget, or they think it's, you suck, no, you suck, no, you. And it's like, and that's not who we are. That's 5% or less of what we are. And this is what we are. This is when you see somebody on the street,
I
you say
wish.
hello, you talk to people like they're normal human beings.
Sure.
You have courtesy and respect for one another. And this is what I try to teach when I teach after school is, look at each other. I was teaching chess yesterday. Shake each other's hand before you start, shake each other's hands afterwards. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, or you both draw, but like it's okay. I lost 2 games yesterday, these kids. I was, that's good. I taught them something, I guess, or
Oh, I love that.
it's great,
Hey, anytime someone beats me in something that I taught them or helped assist them get better at, that's a win.
right? Right?
I mean,
But
the first time my wife beat me in golf, that was a win. It
that's
wasn't a
great.
defeat on my part. She'd never golfed before she met me, right? So I think that's super important to teach people in general, but certainly children. You lose, and there's value in the losing. You know, yeah, I think
To
there's
teach
you know
people how to be good at a good loser. And there's yeah, like you said, there's lessons. I mean, I if I win, I don't learn anything.
yeah,
Really.
sometimes you learn something.
A little bit, a little
But
bit.
I'm better than no, I'm just kidding.
A little bit. Yeah, you
Yeah.
learn that I dominate, right? But like, yeah, it's but when you lose, you have that impetus to grow, right? So like I have to remember that when I feel frustrated or if I feel that pain, that it's actual physically painful sometimes, that like frustration, I can't figure out how to get this program to put the logo in the corner instead of up top. Why won't it work? That's my brain growing. I have to remember that's actually when my brain starts to grow. Because if it's all easy all the time, then my brain starts to atrophy, right? So, and I'm fortunate. I've been very fortunate in my life in so many ways. I've had great parents, great teachers. A lot of things came naturally to me. I think I got lazy. So now it's okay to like, do tough things now. On Saturday, I got to like sword fight with a bunch of
I saw
guys.
that some of that stuff. Can you pause just 1 second? I gotta
Yeah,
let this dog in. Hang on.
sure. I love dogs.
Sorry about that.
It's all
She's
good.
got she's got a dog door, but she's old and she wants attention. So whatever.
Well, you're the leader of the pack, right?
Absolutely. Well, and she's been around for like almost 20 years, so she doesn't have
Aw,
much time left.
aw.
Uh,
What's her
in
name?
general, just because. And so I don't mind opening the door for her,
What
even though she has a dog door right over there.
what's her name?
Her name is Diva.
Diva.
It's very fitting. She was certainly a diva her whole life.
That's
Yeah, she
awesome.
talks like that all the time. She might do that even when she's not wanting to come in, just in front of you to say, "What's up? What's up?"
Especially when your attention is focused somewhere else. That's when they definitely want to like be in your face, right?
Scare the heck out of me sometimes.
Yeah,
She's a Shih Tzu. She's tiny. She's 20 pounds, under 20 pounds. She's tiny. But
that's
anyway,
cute.
she's a good friend. I will miss her greatly, but we have a spot for her in the backyard with her sister, so it's all good.
That's funny. Oh
Anyway,
my.
I know you got to get ready to go, and this is I would just say that it's just to make sure I say this before we finish. It's been really really cool to be able to talk with you and meet with you, and I couldn't agree more that it's super important to have the opportunity to discuss things with people that maybe we don't know as well. I mean, I can go. I have friends that I talk to, that I known for years or whatever, but and that's valuable as well. But reaching out and engaging with people. I mean, watching your stuff, uh, talking with Ryan, uh, on Discord or any of these kind of things that the whole YouTube sphere lends itself to, making a comment and then getting a response from a creator. Um, there's value in that as well, and yeah, just kind of perpetuating that. So I hope to. I'm going to talk to some other people in these kind of ways. I think it's really cool. And so for all the listeners, I know you have the Pittsburg Pat channel, and I know about the Pittsburg Pat podcast channel, right?
Yeah.
That has older conversations,
Yeah.
really long form conversations about some pretty deep stuff. I haven't. I
hmm
watched one of them about the guy who does the combat on stage, and you guys
hmm
are going to talk about Star Trek and Star Wars,
Yeah, we didn't have that conversation yet, but Andy and I see each other. I took a stage combat course with him, and
right?
he's like produced stage plays, like he did his own version of Sleeping Beauty.
Wow,
Yeah, like he's
wow.
real legit.
I
So
love that.
yeah, he's amazing.
I'm a
Andy's a
big
great guy.
theater nerd or whatever, and
You and Andy would get along.
and a big Star Trek fan, by the way. Just in
Yep.
case you didn't see the Spock doll over there in the
I
Enterprise, but
didn't, but now I do. Yeah,
um,
I'm one of those guys that's like Star Trek, Star Wars, love them both. Can't live
right.
without either one.
And then I also watched another one that you did with the gentleman. I'm not sure his name, but you were discussing, I believe, like extraterrestrials being able to get here or that whole
Oh,
kind
we
of
were doing the Fermi
conversation.
paradox.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a old
yes,
college buddy of mine, and yeah, we both read the same book on the Fermi paradox, which is if there are aliens, why can't we see them when we look out at the night sky? If there are
right,
civilizations out there, they should be
right,
apparent to us, but they're not. And what are some of the theories why? And what I love about that is that it's like they're up to like 137 theories in this one book, and anybody can have a
really,
theory. Yeah, anybody could have a theory about it. You don't have to be a scientist to say, "Hey, I have an idea on why that might
sure.
be," you know,
Or why Gandalf is a hag.
or why Gandalf is a hag. No, I'm just
Is a
kidding.
hag.
No, but he
And
may
so
be. He
do
may be.
you have another channel dedicated to something specifically, or is it just those two and then you've got playlists within them?
I have like a lot of channels.
Really?
Most of them have like 10 subscribers or 8 subscribers or 20 subscribers. But yeah, I do. I don't have time to devote everything to them, but like a lot of times I upload a video to Pittsburg Pat and then I upload it to the sub channel. And now I'm starting to find out I think I'm sabotaging myself by doing that because the algorithm thinks it's repeated content or something. I don't know.
Right. I
I'm
would gather all of that stuff and put it under. I mean, I don't know anything about that stuff
I
because I mean, I
know.
have 25 subscribers and I'm not,
Was I
that's
number
fantastic. That's
25?
fantastic. But, whatever. I'm in a different path. I mean, I
Dude, you're
consider
gonna
this
have a
whole,
lot more after this week, I can tell you
oh,
that.
thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I consider
No,
this
I
more
mean,
of
we're
a,
all going to because
well,
all those
maybe.
guys, Pointy Hat and Ginny and those guys are all going to like promote our stuff. So like this is
Well,
that's the other thing.
I got you to subscribe. So there you
You
go. Right.
that's right. And I'll happily promote your stuff. And you never
I
know what's going to
appreciate that.
happen next.
True.
You just
True. But
don't know.
what I mean by that is that I more do this like what you were talking about before in the sense I do this like home movies. This is kind of more of a, I don't want to, I'm not saying legacy, but just so people that I care about, they may not know how much I care about them, YouTube creators or people out there or anything, to know me a little bit more
Mhm.
and to kind of archive just thoughts, impressions. Sure, it's about D&D now, and I don't know. That's
I
kind of why I'm doing it. And just to fulfill
yeah.
some of those creative dreams of wanting to be in public access or on TV or behind the camera or work on movie sets or any of those ancillary fields. Um, and I'm a gregarious ham, so it's not hard for me to,
That's a good personality type to have.
yeah.
The
So,
I think you're embodying the actual like original spirit of what YouTube is all about, I think. YouTube was designed to be an outlet for people who otherwise might not be in like the movie industry or the music industry to get beyond those filters and just put out what they wanted to put out. And that's what we're doing. And I think especially in light of what's going to happen with the mechanized kind of content development that happens through artificial means, uh, I think that the genuine content is going to become special. It's going to become valuable in a cultural sense.
oh yeah,
And
well, we got to
I
try to
really
keep
do.
up with the machines, right? We got to be like John Henry, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think we have to go the opposite. I think we have to be who we are. The machines will be who they are. We're going to be who we are. And I think people know when you talk to somebody and you look them in the eye and you say something sincere,
Yeah.
you can't fake that. People know when you're faking. And so, don't get me wrong, I love acting, but we know what acting is. We go into a theater,
Yeah.
we know what we're going to get. But when we have conversations like this and we reach out across barriers with electronic means, we're still humans, right? And like that connection is what I identify with. And I think other people do too.
Well, I love that, and that's what I felt today in the time that I've gotten to spend with you, and I hope we can spend some more time together in the future.
And well, I got a
Um,
lot of time now.
well, and I do too. I do too. I mean, there's things I should be doing other than just talking with friends, I suppose. But
I think that's good for the soul, right? So, like, they have these longevity, these blue areas, they call them, Okinawa, Japan, Northern Italy, a couple other places. There's like some place in Santa
Sardinia,
Loma in California. But, like, a large part of that is community. And I think that's one of the things that I want to do on YouTube is build a community. And I think I do because like most of the people that comment on my stuff, yeah, every once in a while you get somebody that say, oh, this is clickbait or you didn't title this right or this is that, and that's fine. I need the critique too. I can take honest critique, but most of the comments are encouraging. They're like, hey, thanks so much. You helped me keep up the content. And like that's what keeps me going, you know. That's
well,
really
it's
what it
certainly the human connection is one of the only reasons why we keep going in general. If that's not the case, I don't know what is, right?
is.
So again, I want to thank you so much for the time that you spent today, and we
Absolutely.
will. I hope we'll talk again. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'm on
really
your
great.
Discord now, so like you can't get rid of me.
No, it's not my Discord.
Oh.
I don't have a Discord.
Oh, I have your messaging through Discord, I guess.
Oh,
That's going to be
exactly.
persistent
You
even
can,
after they shut that
yes,
down, right? So that's why I'm
right.
like trying to make connections
Much
now
better,
before they
much
shut this
better.
all down,
I
right?
mean, I like talking on the forum discords as well, but
Mhm.
the people that I really talk to the most are just those few select people that I've made friends with. I mean, I have people I talk to literally every single day,
Well, maybe we should,
person to person.
maybe we start a
Um,
Discord,
but well, yeah.
maybe we just do the YouTubers to YouTubers Discord,
Well,
like
somebody could set that up, and many people would join, I'm sure.
I
The
will,
the type of people that like to engage that way. I mean, oftentimes creators will set up a Discord for their D&D channel, right? And they'll have this
Mhm.
Discord server, and people will join and talk back and forth. But then once you do that, you become necessary to engage with those people. Otherwise,
Mm,
that Discord server can
mm,
kind of grow a little flat,
mm.
right? Not that
Okay.
that's a bad thing, but people who join, let's say if Jenny, I don't know if Jenny D has a Discord, but let's say Jenny D had a Discord. One of the reasons why they're joining is because they want to talk to Jenny D,
Yeah, yeah, you got to
not
make
to
an
me,
appearance, right? You
not
got
to
to make an
some other
appearance.
dude that wants to talk to Jenny D.
Well, yeah,
But
and
anyway,
that's the other thing. Like, there's plenty of like Twitter channels or whatever, there's plenty of social media channels where celebrities have set them up, but it's really not the celebrities nowhere to be found, right? It's
right.
just some administrator, right? And so there's an appeal to what we're doing where we're small enough that like, I actually answer every comment, you know,
So do I.
as long as there's not profanity in it, as long as it's not too mean, I'll like, or if it is too mean, sometimes I'll be like, dude, are you okay? You having a bad day?
Right.
Because like, it's all right, man. I get it. I've been there, but like, honestly, like it's gonna be okay. Like, because sometimes people get angry.
There are definitely some roads to be navigated in this
Yeah,
whole sphere, and we can probably talk about some of
sure.
those things some other time.
Yeah,
Some of
let's
the
let's save
stuff that's a
something.
little on the sketchy side or whatever, but
We'll
we'll
save
save that
some
for
some.
another day when we're feeling a little bit blue or something, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And that day isn't today. So again, thank you, Pat, aka Pittsburg Pat.
Mhm.
We'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Mr.
Go
Vincent.
boldly.
It's a pleasure. Yes.
Go
Go
boldly.
go boldly and go bowling.
That's it. Absolutely.
That should be on a t-shirt.
We'll do that.
Okay.